Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another beautiful day out here at the ballpark. My name is Emma Ulrey, and I'm here joined with
Zayden McKenzie.
We are here looking out at the very first home game of the 2023 Columbia City Eagles girls softball team. So, very exciting to be home here. Currently, they are at a 2-0 wins, losses. So far, starting out the season pretty well.
So, as you could see last play there, the batter ended up hitting it over to the shortstop, which would be number 2, Casey Snyder, who was able to throw it over to the first baseman. So, 1 out on the board right now, nothing for the count. Columbia City versus Wawasee, and last year Columbia City ended up beating Wawasee 11-1, 10-run ruling Wawasee. So Columbia City definitely looking to do that again this year. Wawasee looking for a little bit of revenge, but as the undefeated Columbia City Lady Eagles move into this game, I don't think they're going to slow down anytime soon. As that pop up and caught by the catcher.
Beautiful. Gives us our second out here in the top of the first.
Batting next, number 3, Wawasee Garcia.
Up next is number 3, Wawasee Garcia for the Wawasee Lady Warriors. So, she's getting ready here. Bethany Hazelby is our pitcher today. Here, starting off in inning 1. She just threw her first strike there. So, 0-1 is the count currently. She's getting ready to go for that second pitch.
Strike 2 here.
Strike 2, beautiful.
So
Hazelby is really wrapping up this inning quite quickly.
as Garcia moves into the box with an 0-2 count now, she's down in the count and has to stance up for a 2-strike swing, and she pops one
up.
way in the air, and the third baseman, unable to catch it, falls out of her mitt.
That's okay. Walking it off. With that being said, number 3, Wawasee Garcia was able to make it over to first base. So that leaves the Wawasee Warriors on first right now with number 5, Haley Allen, up to bat. Still 2 outs currently.
Pops that one, foul territory, not catchable by the first baseman.
Nope, so strike 1 there. Yep.
So moving in with an 0-1 count now, you've got to have that mentality that you've got to be aggressive here. Start scoring runs early. As lined over to the first baseman, she was able to catch it.
Very good.
After the bottom of the first,
very good.
Score remains 0-0.
Here looking at the roster, it looks like we have for Columbia City all right-handed hitters and throwers, not even one left-hander. So that's kind of neat to see, because if you look at then the baseball team, we've got a couple left-handed players. So definitely something more interesting.
So last year for the Columbia City Eagles, the Lady Eagles' final record was stunning, as they finished out the season 28-2 and 6-1 in the conference. Their only losses were to Leo and Harrison, both very close games. And as far as it goes, the Lady Eagles appear to be attempting another close to, if not undefeated, season.
Right. Yeah, and that Harrison game was a 4-9, so they struggled a little bit, but at least they were able to get some runs on the board for that game. Obviously, that was definitely a more tough game, seeing as it was semi-stay as well. So there's always that challenge. So.
Yeah, the Lady Eagles definitely looked great fielding there. Wasn't able to get the 3-up, 3-down, but got pretty close to it, and still leaving Wawasee with no runs on the board. That's very fantastic, and should allow Columbia City to keep the momentum here, as they came off their second win versus Whitco. So just keeping that momentum, keeping that positivity just coming into this game, it's really going to give CC a boost here.
Yep, and here, as looks like number 5, Haley Allen is our pitcher today for the Wawasee Warriors. as number 2, Casey Snyder for the Columbia City Eagles, steps up to the plate. So let's see what she can do here. Get him on the board nice and early. Oh. She's ready. Ooh, strike 1.
So Casey Snyder here up to bat. She was the one who made the first out of the inning, last inning, as she was able to field a ground ball and throw it over to the first baseman. And she hits one to the shortstop, and the shortstop is able to throw it over to the first baseman for the first out of the inning.
Up next, the center fielder, number 14, Hannah Licky.
Just a real unfortunate play there. But as Hannah Licky walks up to the plate, just glad that CC is getting their bats going early. Just hopefully Wawasee makes a couple more errors along the way and stuff like that, just so Columbia City can get an early head start to these to this game.
Oh, with that, Hannah whacks that thing, pops it up.
Oh, dropped.
Made it to first base. 17 went in there for the catch and dropped it, and Hannah is safe on first. That puts the Eagles in a good position right now with 1 out. Emma Hiss up now to bat, number 19.
So on that last play there, it looked like the first baseman was camped under it, but the second baseman tried to call the first baseman off, and just unfortunately when she did that, she was not under it as much as she wanted to be, and it fell right out of her mitt.
That first pitch there was a ball.
Hannah Licky over on first base, she got a strong secondary lead after that pitch came in. Wawasee could definitely try to take advantage of that and pick her off, but she's on her way down to second and goes in standing up, called safe.
Nice. Wawasee was just not quick enough there. But, I mean, that works out in the Eagles' favor, that's for sure. Coming in for the next pitch. And, oh, big swing there for number 19. Making it a 2-1 count there with her first strike. So, that's just fine, though, because stepping right back up and is going to try to whack this thing again. With Hannah now in scoring position, that puts us in a pretty good area here, so if she can just send her home, that'd be awesome. There with that next pitch, that puts us at a 3-1 count here for Emma Hiss.
Yeah, with this 3-1 count here, the mentality is probably looking for ball 4 here. But Columbia City should definitely try to keep the bats moving as...
And that's ball 4. Emma Hiss now on first base. Hannah Licky still on second.
28,
Bethany Hazelby, our pitcher for today's game, is stepping up to the plate. Number 28, junior here at Columbia City. Alrighty.
Strike 1.
Bethany's older sister also was in the pitching position for the Columbia City team last year, but she was a senior, so Bethany's been able to really take over that role this year, which has been pretty cool to see. That second ball there made it a 1-1 count. That second pitch, I should say, made that a 1-1 count for Bethany. Okay, going in for the next pitch. Oh, Bethany pops that sucker right over the dugout, making that foul. So that was the second strike then for Bethany. Still with just 1 out, with Hannah Licky on second and Emma Hiss on first. Alrighty. That makes it a 2-2 count right now for Bethany Hazelby. Still with just 1 out. Oh, Bethany whacks that sucker.
And
Right out there. Oh!
the left fielder unable to catch it.
Sending Hannah home.
She is safe.
Hannah's home safe, and Emma Hiss is on third safe with Bethany at second safe. Beautiful play by Bethany Hazelby there.
Next for Columbia City, the catcher, number 12, Haley Webb.
Yeah, so
24, Taylor in the run.
number 12 Haley Webb into hit now as there's a runner on second and a runner on third. Just, you know, a nice hit by Bethany Hazelby onto that left field side, and the left fielder just unable to reach it. So Bethany was able to make it to first base, and then off the fielder's choice of the shortstop throwing it into the catcher, and it just unfortunately missing, Bethany was able to make it over to second.
Yep. Oh,
Right field slash lands foul.
yep. So that puts her at an 0-1 count here. Just kind of readjusting here as the ball gets thrown back to the pitcher. And back up to the plate. Here we go. Emma Hiss still on first base. Oh, she whacked that. Right over there. Oh, and left fielder misses it again, sending Emma Hiss home. Oh, wow. And number 24, Eden Taylor home as well. Eden is a,
Next for Columbia City, second baseman, number 23.
let's see here. Eden was out there running for Bethany, it looked like. And that put Haley Webb on third base there. So, good for Haley. And as Haley heads back into the dugout, it looks like somebody's going to be running for her. Oh,
17, Lacey Friend will be at third base.
number 17, Lacey Friend, is at third base now as a pinch runner to replace Haley Webb there. So, looks like Wawasee ladies just had a little group chat there at the mound to hopefully talk up their pitcher there a little bit as number 23, Hannah Maggard, takes the plate. These last two hits from Bethany Hazelby and Haley Webb have definitely put the Columbia City Eagles in a pretty good position here. With that first pitch coming off, number 23, Hannah Maggard, took a swinging strike there, and she just knocked that off her bat a little bit to the left here, taking a foul. So now she's at an 0-2 count here, with still just one out. With 17, Lacey Friend on third base.
0-2 count here. You gotta choke up on the bat and try to make sure you swing at anything close here. Just make sure you can get the ball in play. Foul tip.
Off.
Great battling by number 23, Hannah Maggard.
That one went right into the parking lot.
Just great all-around battling up at the plate, making sure she stays alive. Just making sure that she can try to score Haley Webb home.
Yep, so Lacey Friend actually is out there for Haley Webb right now.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, so, yeah, with the next run just 90 feet away from home, Hannah Maggard definitely trying to put this one in play as that foul tip went back over the booth.
Yep, she's trying to keep herself alive right now, which she's done a pretty good job with that, so. Here we go. Ooh, knocked that sucker right out there to center field.
Home run.
It went over the fence. Home run for Hannah Maggard. That was a 2-run home run there. Beautifully done by Hannah Maggard. Wow. That puts the Columbia City Eagles at 5-0 with still only 1 out as number 3, Molly Brady, steps up to the plate.
Yeah, if you're Columbia City here, you've already got the bats rolling, and you're already up 5 at the bottom of the first. So just, keeping those bats cranking, keeping everything rolling. You still got a lot of breathing room with only 1 out on the board here. The center fielder not able to catch that pop fly that went out in the center.
And Molly Brady safe on first. Great run by her. The Columbia City Eagles are really showing up today, just like they did last season. So just to be able to keep that momentum coming into the season is exactly what we want, exactly what we need to see. And it's really cool to see the team continue to advance off of last year's amazing season. Number 15, Maddie Brady, is now up to bat with 1 ball, 0 strikes. Still just 1 out with her sister Molly on first. And Maddie whacks that over there into right field, and it does not look like they were able to catch it, sending Molly to second base, and Maddie now on first.
Yeah, Maddie was able to just hit that one right in the hole between right center, just behind the second baseman.
Yes. Number 9, Monroe Hyde, now up to bat. Looks like first we're going to have a little visit to the mound here. Maybe talk up some courage for the pitcher as Columbia City continues to advance throughout this game. And it's only the first inning, so definitely been pretty cool to see so far. I know last year I think I only came to 1 game for the Columbia City Eagles for the softball team. So they won that 1 game that I went to, as they won most of their games last year. But it's just really cool to see them here at their first home game doing so well so early on. So that definitely gives us lots of hope and potential for the rest of the season. So looks like they are done with their little visit to the mound. Everybody's going back to their positions as Monroe Hyde starts to make her way to the plate. Our pitcher is gearing back up here. And there she goes. Monroe Hyde goes in for the swing there, taking a swinging strike. Fouled it off there, so 0-1 right now for Monroe Hyde with 1 out still. Eagles up 5-0 as we speak. So definitely been quite the first inning.
Yeah, Columbia City still got a lot of breathing room here this inning.
Oh, yeah.
2 runners on base, and you're already to your 9th hitter in the lineup. I mean, not much more you could ask for in a first inning.
Right. But that last pitch, that puts Hyde at a 1-1 count. And that moves it to a 2-1 count. So if Monroe walks, then that will put the Eagles at bases loaded. Ooh, swing and strike there, moving it to a 2-2 count with Molly Brady still on second and Maddie Brady still on first. So
she tipped that one into right center field. The center fielder able to catch it, and Molly Brady able to make her way to third. So runners on first and third, and number 2, Casey Snyder, back up to bat. So Casey Snyder was the leadoff hitter this inning and is now back up to bat again. So last time she was out there, she ended up hitting one to the shortstop and ended up getting out. But as Columbia City's momentum keeps rolling, let's see what she can do here as first pitch ball.
It's pretty amazing that they were able to get through their entire lineup here within the first inning. Oh, and there she goes, hits it to shortstop. Shortstop throws it to third, getting Maddie out.
One inning, the score is Columbia City 5, Wawasee nothing.
And that concludes the first inning here with Columbia City 5, Wawasee still not quite on the board. So heading into the second inning, Wawasee definitely is going to need to get a few runs in here if they want to catch up to the Eagles. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how they can play this out, see if they can make a comeback or not.
It was like I was talking with Jared Ambrose last night, my color for last night. Finally, it's starting to get to be good baseball weather outside. Currently, it's 74 degrees and sunny, and you know that's what the softball and baseball players needed.
Right.
It's just some good weather to finally start playing in.
Not too hot, but not too cold either. So
Yeah.
there's a nice breeze out there too, which always helps. Number 4 for Wawasee, Ava Kocher up to bat now as number 28, Bethany Hazelby, takes the mound for the second inning in a row here. So she had a great first inning there, striking out one person and getting out the other two on pop-ups there. So overall, pretty good as she takes. Oh, number
Bunt
4
over to
is
third,
bunting.
and the third baseman able to throw it over to the first baseman.
Yeah, they really just wanted to get on base there with the bunt. Did not quite play out for them how they wanted it to, though. So as number 4 makes her way back into the dugout after a failed attempt at a bunt, number 20, Evelyn Duncan, steps out to the plate. Can't imagine she's going to be bunting after how that last one played out. Oh, and she's still trying to. Okay.
Well, the bases are a little bit shorter in softball than they are in baseball.
Right.
So it's one of those things where if you've got
Odds
a
of
player,
making it.
if you've got a player who's fast, you know, just able to make it to the base in no time flat, you're gonna see if that player can bunt themselves over to first.
Right. Oh, there she goes, taking a swinging strike there for an 0-2 count right now for number 20, Evelyn Duncan.
So with an 0-2 count here, you've definitely got to like crowd the plate, you know, choke up on the bat, make sure you can get this ball in play. As she does over to the third baseman able to throw it over to the first baseman.
And second out.
That is the second 5-3 play of this inning. Just, you know, interesting as two Wawasee batters have now pulled it over to the third baseman. Wondering if the third Wawasee batter will do the same.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely that left side of infield getting their work in as the third baseman and shortstop have both made plays throughout the game so far. So count moves to 0-1 after that pitch called strike there. Number 10, Liana Borellison hits one to the left fielder who was able to catch that line drive.
Yep, and that ends the top of the second for the Wawasee Lady Warriors there. They were able to really just wrap that one up real fast. So, Warriors are now coming back out to the field, hopefully with some positive attitudes here because they definitely need that right now. So, looks like number 5, Haley Allen, is taking the mound for the second inning in a row here. Kind of just definitely going out there with higher hopes this inning than last. So
yeah. Taking a look at some of the roster, only 3 seniors for the softball team this year. Number 9, Monroe Hyde. Number 12, Haley Webb. And number 13, Maddie Straub.
Yep, and Maddie Straub is actually out injured this season, unfortunately, so she just has to be a supportive teammate, which we know that she is definitely doing that this season. So, number 14, Hannah Licky, takes the plate. Oh, and fouls that one off there into the left foul territory for a 0-1 count.
Last time Hannah Licky was up to bat, she ended up popping one over towards the first base side, and the second baseman tried to call off the first baseman, but the second baseman didn't have the angle on the ball, and it ended up falling to the ground, and Hannah was safe at first.
That second pitch there was a ball, making it a 1-1 count.
Yeah, as the Wawasee pitcher comes out now, it's 5-0, and it's only the bottom of the second, so that pitcher's definitely got to be rattled up there.
Ooh, there's ball 2.
Just, unfortunately not in the correct mindset at this point. You're thinking you're the reason this team's down, and, at this point, probably should have put a new pitcher out there.
And Hannah bunts.
Rolls foul.
And she has to turn right back around and come back to the plate.
So count moving to 2-2 here. If Hannah wants a walk, she's got to wait for 2 more balls.
Right.
So Hannah's definitely got to crowd the plate here. Make sure she can see if this pitcher will throw her a walk in the next 2 pitches here. Put this one in play.
And that one got thrown over there to the first baseman, getting Hannah out for the first out for the Columbia City Eagles. This bottom of the bottom of the second inning. My bad. Wrong sport, wrong inning. Number 3, nope, that's not number 3. Number 19, that's what we wanted to see. Emma Hiss steps up to the plate there, taking her first foul as she hit it right over there into left foul territory. So that puts her at a 0-1 count as she heads back to the plate to hopefully redeem herself just a little bit after that last foul there. So with a pops that one right up
into the bleachers.
And
Actually bounced off the backstop and landed over on the concrete over there.
Yep, so
Count 0-2
nobody was
now.
harmed. That's what's important to know. So yeah.
Count 0-2 now. Looking to crowd the plate, choke up on the bat. Make sure you get a quick swing and contact out there. Try to beat the ball to the bag.
There's another ball there, so that makes it a 1-2 count for Emma Hiss. Steps back up to the plate, hoping to just not strike out here. And there was strike 3 as number 19, Emma Hiss, heads back to the dugout. Number 28, our pitcher, Bethany Hazelby, steps out to the plate. She had a pretty good hit over to left field last time she was up to bat, so hopefully we can see something like that to get her on base. Right now, the Eagles have 2 outs. There was strike 1 for Bethany.
Yes, first pitch called strike. 2 outs on the board. Columbia City's momentum's kind of stopped here. Still leaving Wawasee with a scoreless inning, but them themselves are now in a halt as nobody's on base and 2 outs on the board.
Yep. Now that last pitch moves to a 1-1 count there for Hazelby. Winding back up here. And Hazelby pops that one up into right foul territory, and it looks like they did not catch it, so that makes it strike 2 for Hazelby.
So CC bottom of the second here, having a 5-0 lead. You don't necessarily need to be super aggressive coming into the bottom of the second with this lead, but if you want to get out of this game early, you got to keep those bats rolling. And
ooh, that last pitch was a little bit there to the right, making it a 2-2 count now for Hazelby.
Bethany Hazelby could definitely be the spark here if she's able to hit a fair ball that's able to land in the grass in the outfield. She could be the spark for this team to come back and score some more runs this inning. But instead, she hits a home run.
Holy cow, out of the park. Hazelby is now rounding the bases for the second home run of the day for the Columbia City Eagles, making it a 6-1 lead by the Eagles. So definitely a great way to start the day as the girls now celebrate Hazelby as she comes back home. So pretty awesome to see that, that's for sure. Now up to bat, number 12, Haley Webb, senior Haley Webb. She is the catcher, so we will see what she can do here. Last time she was up to bat, she hit a 3. She made it to third base there with one hit. So that first pitch was a strike, making an 0-1 count now for Webb. There we go. That pitch is ball 1, making a 1-1 count with 2 outs and 1 run this inning so far after that home run from Hazelby with a 6-0 lead from the Eagles. There was strike 2 for Haley Webb, making it a 1-2 count. They just need 1 more strike to finish this inning off, which I know that's what the Wawasee Warriors are really looking for right now. And Webb fouls that one off into right over the home dugout there on the right side.
Count stays 1-2. Columbia City's lead moved up to 6 now, and number 12 here just looking to keep that momentum rolling after Bethany Hazelby hit her home run.
Oh,
she's able to slap one out in the center. That is another home run.
Wow, there goes Haley Webb rounding the bases for the 3rd home run of the night for the Columbia City Eagles. So 1 home run right after the other, and it's funny because they were in similar positions here with Hazelby hitting her home run with 2 strikes and 2 outs, and now Webb hitting her home run off of 2 strikes, 2 outs. So that moves the score to 7-0 for the Columbia City Eagles.
Interestingly enough, Hannah Maggard was the first one to hit a home run this game.
You're right, yeah.
So she's definitely coming out here looking to repeat her last time up to bat.
Yep. So number 23, Hannah Maggard, up to bat. And that first one was a ball, making a 1-0 count for Maggard there. Wouldn't it be super cool to see her hit another home run? That would be awesome. 3 home runs in a row.
Well, the way it sits in the Lady Eagles lineup, it looks like 3 home runs in a row on the stat sheet, as the way that the lineup works is actually the 3 hitters to hit home runs all bat within the same 3 spots.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and there, Maggard hits it over to first baseman for Wawasee, and she caught it, finally ending out the 2nd inning with a 7-0 lead from the Columbia City Eagles heading into the top of the 3rd. It looks like we even have some parents packing up already. Maybe they're, yeah. Wow. Maybe they're moving into some shade. I'm sure that sun's getting a little toasty. The breeze definitely is nicer, that's for sure. This has been quite the eventful game for the Columbia City Eagles, with now 3 home runs. First one from Hannah Maggard, and then Bethany Hazelby, and lastly Haley Webb, with Hazelby and Webb's home runs being back-to-back. It's pretty cool. Funny thing is, too, Webb is the catcher and Hazelby is the pitcher, so they just work hand in hand when they are not batting, and they really came together there.
So looking at Columbia City's upcoming schedule, April 12th they play at Garrett, and April 14th they play at Munster. April 15th is a doubleheader, one versus Leo and the other versus Northrop. And then April 17th is their next home game versus Snyder.
Wow, not till April 17th. So they have a couple away games to get through before they come back home. I guess 17th is only in 6 days. Not super far away. Pretty busy schedule, though.
Yeah. That would mean out of their first, let's see, 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of their first 8 games, only 2 would be home games.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Now it looks like Hazelby now hitting, or not hitting, pitching for the 3rd inning in a row after a pretty successful game so far with her home run and quite a few strikes. Currently, she is at an 0-2 count right now for number 13.
So the pitch,
not 13, 17.
the pitch before this foul tip here, Haley Webb was able to frame up a great outside pitch that Blue called a strike there. It was, on that outside edge, and the way Webb framed it looked like it was over the plate, and Blue called it a strike. So now count moves to 1-2 after the first ball of this at-bat was thrown. And swinging strike 3.
Nice. There Hazelby goes again, getting another out from strikes. So, team's going up there to give her some high fives, give her some positive feedback as they all head back to their positions. And Hazelby gets on the mound for her next round of pitching as number 5, Haley Allen, steps up to the plate. There was a swinging strike there from, oh, I'm sorry, that's number 9, not number 5. I'm really struggling with my numbers today. Brooke Catron. That's who it is. Brooke Catron there with a 0-1 count. Oh, looks like she's going in for the bunt. Misses it, though. Making it an 0-2 count. I'm starting to think that maybe she just wanting to, oh, there she goes. Brooke Catron hits it out and lands in the middle of center and left field there. She makes it to second base, safe. Wow. Slides in there. That, I believe, is the furthest one of our Wawasee Lady Warriors have gotten so far today. So, way to go for Brooke Catron there. Brooke is now comfortable at second base as number, I'm going to get my number right this time, that's for sure. Well, maybe not.
Looks like there's a little bit of waiting around down on the field there. Oh,
Nope, Jacqueline Worrell, that's who it is.
swing and a miss from number 22, Jacqueline Worrell.
Okay. Now we've got an 0-1 count for Jacqueline with 1 out and 1 on second base.
Yeah, as the players on second base here, you're down 7-0 with 1 out in the inning. Count moves to 0-2 now, but 1 out in the inning. You've got some breathing room here to start crawling your way back into this game.
Right.
Just
Especially with somebody on second base now, too, in scoring position. That's exactly where they need to be.
yeah, if Jacqueline's just able to hit this anywhere out into the outfield, she could definitely score the second base runner.
Right. Which Wawasee really needs that right now, so. Let's see. Oh, 22 takes a swinging strike, putting her out. So she goes back into the dugout. Number 7, Heatherlyn Holder, steps out to the plate. Left-hander here too, so. No left-handers on Columbia City's team, but we do have a few left-handers for the Wawasee Warriors. So that's fun to see. And
First pitch called a strike there.
good.
It's on that outside edge. Columbia City definitely being cautious of the second base runner, making sure that she doesn't get any closer to home than she is right now.
Right. Definitely. Ooh.
Second pitch, swinging miss.
Wow.
Count moves to 0-2, 2 outs on the board. Not a whole lot of breathing room here for Wawasee. They've just got to make a play happen, make sure this ball gets in play, see if they can cause an error of some sort or just anything. But Wawasee needs at least a ball in play to be able to advance the runners and maybe even score a run here.
Hazelby is really looking to wrap this inning up, as she has just kind of knocked this out of the ballpark, figuratively and literally. And she just did the job, making it 3 outs there, finishing off the top of the third inning there. So, as the Eagles head into the bottom of the third, it looks like number 3, Molly Brady, will be up to bat.
So taking a look at some more of the Columbia City roster here, our juniors are number 2, Casey Snyder, number 3, Molly Brady, number 14, Hannah Licky, number 22, Brooklyn McNew, and number 28, Bethany Hazelby, sorry. Some of our sophomores are number 1, Alea No, number 15, Maddie Brady, number 19, Emma Hiss, and number 23, Hannah Maggard. And our freshmen are number 5, Skylar Ambergy, number 16, Braylon Leisure, number 17, Lacey Friend, and number 20, Kendall Sadison. So that's just a look into the Columbia City lineup here.
Yep.
Definitely a younger team this year with only a handful of seniors and juniors. So just a lot of underclassmen here that'll definitely be able to carry this team on when they start becoming upperclassmen.
Definitely. Looks like we have the same pitcher for the 3rd inning in a row now here, Haley Allen. So definitely going to be interesting to see if she can do anything different here.
A little surprising considering that she's allowed 7 runs, but she did slow up Columbia City in that second inning, allowing only 2 runs. So maybe the coaches see something where maybe she gets stronger throughout the game, or
Right.
or maybe they just think the first inning was a fluke inning. But
Well, that one popped right up and went over Wawasee's dugout there to the left part of the parking lot. So that puts her at a 2-2 count right now. Alrighty. That last pitch there made it a 3-2 count, so full here as Brady attempts to make it to first, and with that last pitch, number 5 sends her to first on a walk. So as number 3, Molly Brady, goes to first, number 15, Maddie Brady, heads up to the plate. So sisters here, that's always fun to see sisters on the team. Maddie Brady is a 10th grader and Molly Brady's an 11th grader, so they're pretty close in age too. It's gotta be fun to be able to play with your sister on the team. I'm sure it's come with its difficulties though, but definitely a cool story to tell one day.
So this inning starting out better than last inning. A runner already on first with only with actually no outs in the inning, but count moves to 0-2 here. So Maddie Brady's just gotta try to put this one in play, see if she can advance her sister here. Just make sure the bats stay rolling. End this game out early. First ball thrown there. Count moves to 1-2. Yeah, if you're in Maddie Brady's position right now, you've definitely got to think, hit anything towards the strike zone.
Oh, and there she goes, hitting it over into left field, sending Molly to second. She's taken off to third, safe on third, and Maddie is safe on second. Beautifully done by Maddie Hazelby there. I'm sorry, not Maddie Hazelby, Maddie Brady. My bad. Wrong sisters. So that is pretty cool to see. So with that happening, that still has the Eagles at 0 outs at the moment, as number 9, Monroe Hyde, steps up to the plate.
Yeah, just taking a look at that last play over there. It seemed that the ball, when it came to the left fielder, ended up rolling maybe up her mitt or up her arm in a way, and it rolled right over her and went behind her. And that was what was able to advance the Brady sisters one more base than they should have. So just a mental mistake over there on the left fielder, not able to get the ball in the mitt quick enough.
Hyde here with that last pitch moves to a 2-1 count here with still 0 outs, with the Brady sisters on second and third base. So they definitely are looking for those last 3 runs right now to get into the 10-run rule.
A little foul tick there makes the count 2-2 now. Just gotta stay aggressive. Make sure you get this somewhere where you can score these next 2 runs. Still a lot of breathing room here, though. Unfortunately, strike 3 thrown is a little foul tick there.
With that being only the first out for the Eagles so far this inning, that gives plenty of time for the Brady sisters to still make it home, though. With that being said, number 3, I'm sorry, not number 3, I'm messing up my numbers again. Number 2, Casey Snyder, steps up to the plate, making it to first base, sending number 3, Molly Brady, home, and advancing Maddie Brady to third. And just like that, the Columbia City Eagles have taken an 8-0 lead.
Yeah, just a beautiful hit there that went right past the shortstop and third baseman, right in that little gap there, rolled right out to left field. So now we have a runner on first and a runner on third, with number 14, Hannah Licky, up to bat, who, her first time up to bat was able to reach on an error, but her last time up to bat, she ended up hitting it into a 5-3 play, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And just like that, Casey Snyder, number 2, headed to second base and made it there safely. So now that puts the Columbia City Eagles on both second and third base, with Hannah now at a 0-2 count.
Yeah, just got to play smart baseball here. Hit anything that's close to the strike zone. Make sure you guys can score these next 2 runs in here and have the 10-run lead. Make sure you can maybe 10-run rule Wawasee again.
And there goes Hannah, hitting it over into left field, sending home number 15, Maddie Brady, and advancing. Oh, nope. never mind. That is a redo here, sending everybody back to their positions. So, it looks like the umpire potentially was not ready. So, Hannah is back in hitting position, and just like that, Hannah hits it down middle field, center field, not middle field, sending home number 15, Maddie Brady, and number 2, Casey Snyder, with Hannah on first base. So, that puts the Columbia City Eagles at a 10-0 lead over the Wawasee Warriors. So, with still just 1 out, they are crushing the game today.
Yeah, just a beautiful hit right up the middle there, right out into center field, able to score those last 2 runs.
Number 19, Emma Hiss, takes the plate here with an 0-1 count. Oh, and there she goes, hitting it over into right field. The right fielder misses the catch, sending Hannah Licky home, and Emma Hiss is stopping at third base. That puts the Columbia City Lady Eagles at an 11-0 lead currently,
Batting next, the pitcher, number
here in the
28,
bottom of the third. Our pitcher number 28, Bethany Hazelby, now heads up to the plate here in hopes of sending Emma Hiss home. Bethany has had quite the game so far with a home run and so far a scoreless pitching run from the Wawasee Lady Warriors here. So let's see what she can do. Looks like she is at a 0-2 count right now with still just 1 out. Emma Hiss is cheering her on here a little bit.
This could be your strong point, though. Her last home run came from a 2-strike count.
Right. Yep.
So, but called
And
strike 3
there
on
it
that
is.
outside edge.
Tough play there. That's just fine. So, as Hazelby makes her way back into the dugout, number 12, your catcher, Haley Webb, steps out to the plate. So, we'll see what she can do here. And she hits the ball to left field. Number 7 shortstop misses the catch. So our left fielder sends it into second base.
next, the second base.
By the time it got into second base, though, Haley Webb was already at first, safe at first. So not only was she safe at first, but she also was able to send Emma Hiss home, making it a 12-0 lead from the Columbia City Eagles. Now up to bat is number 23, Hannah Maggard. But it looks like we're taking a little pause as the umpire has a little conversation here with one of the coaches. And he is walking back. He's just fine, and game will resume. So, number 23, Hannah Maggard, up to the plate with 2 outs and a 12-0 lead from the Columbia City Lady Eagles.
Yeah, Wawasee just definitely trying to get out of this inning any way they can.
Definitely.
If they get a chance, they can crawl back into this game. But Bethany Hazelby's pitching, as well as just the Lady Eagles hitting, has kept Wawasee from getting back into this game whatsoever. Just absolutely dominant on the field and up by the plate from Columbia City. Count moves to 1-1 now. Still 2 outs on the board. As the box score reads 5-5 right now. A runner over on first. So just, Columbia City doing what they can and holding their 12-run lead.
Yeah, at this point, I think it's more or less Wawasee trying to stop Columbia City from scoring anymore rather than them actually scoring, because so far it's been a pretty tough move for the Wawasee Warriors here, getting around the plate.
Number 23, Hannah Maggard, takes a cut at an outside pitch and was able to send it foul to keep herself alive. It was one of those pitches that may have been called strike on that outside edge.
And she
another
does it
foul
again.
ball.
This time it went into the parking lot.
Yeah, almost an exact repeat of last time, only that pitch was a little more inside. She's just trying her absolute hardest to stay alive here, make sure that she can maybe score at least one more run for her team with a well-placed hit.
Yeah, Hannah actually got... Ooh. Hannah actually had one of our home runs, so she was able to hit the ball, and it bounced right into third base's glove. So that was our third out of the third inning. So as they head into the fifth inning, we have a 12-0 lead from the Columbia City Lady Eagles, as number 28 Bethany Hazelby takes the mound now for the fourth inning in a row.
All right. Yeah, Bethany Hazelby coming out for her fourth inning here, pitching now. It's just one of those things where, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Bethany Hazelby's pitching has just been absolutely dominant, holding Wawasee to 3 scoreless innings so far, and possibly even a fourth here.
No kidding.
Yeah, Bethany has only allowed 1 hit so far in this game, and it was a double from Brooke Catron. Just, you know, she was able to hit it, and that was the only thing that they could do so far in this game. The only other player to get on base is Miss Garcia, who was able to reach on an error.
Right.
Speaking of Garcia, she is going to be the next hitter up at the plate here. But Lady Eagles coach out there talking to the Blue, maybe talking about a couple of substitutions.
Yeah. Columbia City Lady Eagles have definitely come out there today as a powerhouse, and they are not letting anything get in the way, that's for sure. You can really tell that they work as a team more than anything, which is super cool to see. So
yeah, it's really great to see a pitcher like Bethany Hazelby, who hasn't really needed a whole lot of help so far, but has gotten the help she has needed, and you know, just the team coming together as a whole. It's a 9-versus-1 game here, so just a lot of plays that, you know, could have been errors and stuff like that, but Columbia City playing well together, making sure that they're getting the outs and doing what they need to do. As several players, it appears 6 players have been able to put the ball in play, but were just unable to reach base because of just the great fielding by Columbia City.
yeah. It really is fun to watch these games when they can come together like this.
Yeah, so looks like everybody's finally getting ready now, and we might resume game, except...
Just when we thought that was going to happen, the umpire steps away, takes off his face mask. It looks like he's signaling. I can't tell what he's doing here because the home dugout is in the way, but
it appeared he signaled to his own face mask, somewhere down on that right side, maybe signaling to put somebody to put their face mask on if they're going to stand over there. But first pitch comes in, and it's foul tipped.
Yep. Number 3, Arisa Garcia is up to bat right now with a 0-1 count with that foul tip. So
Yeah, Garcia here definitely demonstrating the aggressiveness, coming out, bats rolling, hits one to center
Oh,
field.
there we go.
That is caught.
by Hinalicki. Wow. And that sends Garcia right back to the dugout as number 5, Haley Allen, otherwise known as our pitcher so far today for the Wawasee Lady Warriors, steps out to the plate in hopes that she can have a little bit better of a game on the plate than she can the mound. So swings.
Ball in play. The third baseman fields it, throws it over to first for the out.
Beautifully done. And that sends Allen right back to the home dugout as number 4, Ava Couture, steps
Yeah.
up to the plate.
Beautiful play by number 15, Maddie Brady there. Just able to run up and field that one and throw it over to the first baseman, which is, I believe, her sister, Molly Brady. So,
Yep.
Ava Couture up to bat now, takes first pitch ball. 2 outs on the board, just not a whole lot of room to work with if you're Wawasee here. And if you're Wawasee's coaches, if you're one of Wawasee's coaches here, you're definitely looking for your team to just get riled up, make sure they can put the bat on the ball, and make a change here.
Definitely. There was her first strike for a 1-1 count.
Yeah, it's just been very unfortunate for Wawasee today. Just a couple mental mistakes, a couple errors that gave up bases, and just a little sprinkle of bad pitching on top there that just, has not been helping them at all whatsoever.
Right.
And then Columbia City coming out here fielding so well, pitching so well. Wawasee has just not been able to get the bats rolling and stayed aggressive. As strike 2 called there, count moves to 2-2. So we got triple twos up on the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Actually, blue is signaling full count down there.
Huh.
Ball put in foul territory right over the backstop.
Yep. So she is still safe now with a 3-2 count. Full count. All right. Oh, and number 4 hits it to center field, making it to first safely. It rolled there, so Hannah wasn't able to get it quite like she should. So number 4 was able to make it to first.
Yeah, it was just a hard hit ball that flew right past Bethany Hazelby on the mound. Just, flew right past her. Not a whole lot of time to react. And Ava Couture just able to make it over to first safely. So that is the second hit that Bethany has allowed. And this is the third time a Wawasee Warriors made it on base.
Ooh.
So just, beautiful pitching and fielding by the Eagles, making sure that they limit the amount of base runs they have.
Right.
So count moves to 1-1 with 2 outs on the board. Still not a whole lot of room to breathe, but now you've got a player over on first base and just,
Right.
giving Wawasee that little spark of hope that maybe they can come back in this game. But just,
Yep. And there was a swinging strike, moving it to a 1-2 count with still 2 outs.
yeah, Bethany Hazelby able to
And Hazelby
retire
finishes
them.
that off. Beautiful. Sending 20, Evelyn Duncan back into the dugout, and number 4, Ava Couture, back into the dugout. So
Yeah, it appears if you're Columbia City here, Bethany Hazelby, 4 strikeouts so far, and 8 balls put in play that turned into outs by Columbia City's amazing fielding and throwing over to first base. So just, an amazing game so far played by Columbia City.
And just like that, it looks like the Wawasee Warriors have switched pitchers coming into this top of the 4th inning. Looks like number...
We'll be able to see in a
I was going to
moment
say, I see a
here.
0, so it's got to be either 10 or 20. Number 20, Evelyn Duncan, is taking the mound here. So we'll see if anything different comes from this now. So as she warms up, looks like number
3, Molly Brady,
yep,
up
is
next.
getting ready to hit. So
Yeah, just an absolute dominating game for Columbia City here. Two innings with 5 runs, 1 inning with 2. They have just, they've had a 12-run lead so far coming into the 4th, but Wawasee was only able to slow them down a little bit in the 2nd inning. But now here we are, Columbia City up to bat one more time before possibly just, ending out this game after they can hold, or if they can hold Wawasee in the top of the 5th.
right.
So yes, Molly Brady walks up to the plate now, and the first pitch on its way in, called strike 1. So here are the Eagles just looking to keep their lead, maybe even score a few runs along the way, but they don't need a whole lot more to put this game out, as
Right.
second pitch, ball 2, way outside there. So Molly Brady herself has had, I believe, 1 hit so far, and has also been walked 1 time and able to reach a base on an error. So just, all around great baseball from her here. As count moves to 1 and 2 now, but this entire team so far has just been playing amazingly, and Molly Brady, the first baseman, just everything that's been thrown to her from all around the field, she's been able to catch and hold on to.
Right. Oh, and there she goes, whacking into center field. Let's see, her center fielder fumbled the ball just a little bit, and she made it safely to first base. Still with 0 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
So number 15, Maddie Brady, up to bat now, looking to see if she can advance Molly over to second base and possibly even get herself on first base here, if not just a little more. Count 1-0 here. She takes a hit at 1. It's fair, rolled slightly. Blue calls foul ball. Just a little too close to the plate there. So count moves to 1 and 2 now, I believe. Just great play there. Excuse me. Now the count is 2 and 1. Sorry, there was not 2 strikes, only 1 strike. But yeah, count moves to 2 and 1 now. Just great hustle from the girls out there, making sure that if that ball was called fair, they would try to beat it first as fast as possible.
Oh, and there she goes, fouling it off to the right field, and it rolled right into the parking lot. So we've had a lot of parking lot balls today, that's for sure.
So count 2-2 now, and
Oh,
able to
she
put
hits
it
it
into
to
play.
shortstop.
Shortstop bobbled it, but called out over at first base.
However, Molly Brady was able to make it to second safely, so it was worth it for Maddie there. Now up to bat, number 17, Lacey Friend. She is a new face out there, maybe. Yep, number 17. Oh, and she fouls that right off into over the home dugout there, over to the left. So she goes back to home plate. Is going to give this another go. With that foul there, it moves it to an 0-1 count with just one out. Still with a 12-0 lead for the Columbia City Eagles.
Second pitch called ball, just a little too far outside. Good eye by Lacey Friend there. Just a lot of smart baseball played by Columbia City here. Not swinging at anything
Softball.
Yeah, softball there. A lot of smart softball played as she hits one out into
wow.
left field. Left fielder bobbles it, but is able to throw it into the pitcher so that nobody gets any more bases. Players on first and third.
Yeah, with that being said, Molly was able to advance from second to third, and Lacey Friend was able to make it to first. So,
Yeah, just a lot of smart softball being played out there. Not a whole lot of stuff that was swung at that, shouldn't have been swung at. Just,
right.
They've been keeping their eye on the ball, keeping good eyes,
And number 2, Casey Snyder takes the plate, and as she got a ball there, number 17, Lacey Friend, was able to advance to second base. So now that puts 2 girls in scoring position for the Columbia City Lady Eagles.
Swing and a miss on the inside there. She ended up stepping backwards with her back foot to try to hit that softball, sorry, to try to hit that softball. Count moves to 1-1 now with 1 out. Just preaching smart baseball here.
Softball.
Smart softball
There
here.
it is.
Yeah, count moves to 2-1. Smart softball here, just preaching that, you've just got to make sure you keep your head on straight, don't do anything that could cost your team runs here. But Columbia City's just been doing an awesome job of doing that anyways, so.
Yes, definitely. So, with that last pitch, that moves her to a 3-1 count with still just 1 out. Oh, and there is a swinging strike, moving it to a full count here with still 1 out and 2 Lady Eagles on second and third base, still with a 12-0 lead. So,
she smacks that one into left field, able to round first,
wow.
On her way to second, and the throw comes to the
Safe
pitcher.
at second. So Molly Brady was able to score, and Lacey Friend was also able to, moving it to a 14-0 lead from the Columbia City Lady Eagles, with Casey Snyder now safe on second base, still with just 1 out for this inning. So the Lady Eagles are doing really well today. Now up to bat, number 24, Eden Taylor. This will be her first time batting this game. They've got quite the rhythm going here, with so far getting at least 2 runs in every inning they have played. So things are definitely looking pretty good for the Eagles as we get a little visit to the mound. Just one of the teammates, it looks like first baseman there, is going to give a little pep talk, hopefully. So
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, here you are, 14-0, 2 more runs scored in this inning, and you just got to talk up your pitcher, make sure they can get out of this inning, and just no more damage done that already has been, as Eden Taylor was able to hit the baseball, but it rolled over to the first softball that was able to roll over to the first baseman, who was able to touch first base to get her out.
Next up is number 19, Emma Hiss. And she fouled that off to the left with strike one, moving it to an 0-1 count here, with now 2 outs and still a 14-0 lead from your Columbia City Lady Eagles. Here she goes, stepping back up to the plate. And she hits that one over the home dugout. Stopped by the fence here, so it didn't quite make it out to the parking lot, but that would be strike 2. Both strikes being fouled off, so.
Yeah, count 0-2 now with 2 outs. Not a whole lot of room to work with here, but a runner over on third base. And slapped out into left center field, scores a run. And
Beautiful.
Emma Hiss on her way to second, able to make it.
Yep. Casey Snyder, number 2, able to make it home with a 15-0 lead now from your Columbia City Lady Eagles, with Emma Hiss now safe on second. As Zayden talked about earlier, last year the Lady Eagles were able to take home the win against the Wawasee Lady Warriors 11-1. So this year, obviously, things are still looking up for the Lady Eagles, and it looks like they're probably going to be taking home their second win against the Wawasee Lady Warriors for now 2 years in a row. And I'm not sure about the years even before last, so this could be a long pattern going or not, I don't know, but definitely they will be able to keep up that winning streak against the Warriors after today.
Bethany Hazelby ends up hitting one right back to the pitcher, who was able to throw it over to the first baseman, and that ends out the inning. So now Wawasee just one more time up to bat, unless they can score 6 runs here and crawl their way back into this game.
Right. Yep. So, looks to me, as everybody's taking their positions, that number 15 for the Lady Eagles, Maddie Brady, is going to be pitching this last inning. Oh, no. No? Nope. It looks like Emma Hiss is going to be pitching this inning. Number 19. Oh, brother. Let's see. Yep. Number 19, Emma Hiss. Okay. Great. So, Hazelby had quite the run here, able to get through all 4 of her innings that she pitched with no runs. So, it'll be fun to see what Emma Hiss can do here.
Yeah, just a beautiful 4 innings pitched by Bethany Hazelby.
Right.
Just able to keep Wawasee from scoring any runs in those 4 innings, and striking out 4 and getting 8 others out in plays. Just, awesome baseball played by Columbia City and Bethany Hazelby. Softball, sorry. Still trying to get used to it. So, Liliana Burellison up to bat now. She's just one of the few that have been struck out by Bethany Hazelby. And now we'll see if Emma Hiss can follow up with another strikeout.
Yeah.
Here. First ball called strike. Off to a great start for the Lady Eagles.
Yep. Definitely.
So from the windup, here comes the second pitch.
Oh,
and swing and a miss.
for strike 2. That puts Ileana at an 0-2 count here with 0 outs with a 15-0 lead from your Lady Eagles.
Tipped up into the air, foul in the Lady Eagles nets over there. So count still 0-2 here. Just Lady Warriors looking to do anything to put the softball in play and, you know, be able to score runs, but swing strike 3 there.
And Emma Hiss finishes off her first person of the night. So as number 10, Ileana heads back into the dugout, number 17, Olivia Daly, steps out to the plate. Emma Hiss definitely came out here to finish up this game pretty quickly. We can all tell that. So, and with that being said, that is strike 1 for Olivia Daly.
Yeah, just so far great pitching from Emma Hiss here, throwing all strikes so far, even including that one foul tip. That one put in play, the second baseman able to field it and throw it over to the first baseman.
And 17 goes back into the dugout, making it 2 outs for the Wawasee Lady Warriors. Up next, number 9, Brooke Catron. She steps out to the plate. We are looking at 2 outs with still a 15-0 lead from the Columbia City Lady Eagles. And
that was the first ball that Emma Hiss has thrown this inning. Just outstanding pitching from Emma Hiss.
Definitely. There goes strike 1, making it a 1-1 count.
Foul ball, making it strike 2 here. If she throws a strike her next pitch and it's a swing and a miss or a called strike, this will be a 10-pitch inning from Emma Hiss.
Oh, there
Swing
it
and a
is.
miss. A 10-pitch inning from Emma Hiss to round out the game.
Beautifully
And Columbia
done.
City 10-run rules Wawasee.
Yep. What a wonderful game from your Lady Eagles. Final score being 15-0. Lady Eagles take home the win tonight for now a 3-0 record. So, great start to the season and a wonderful first home game for the Columbia City Lady Eagles.
So just taking a look at some of the stats here, there were 9 balls put in play by Wawasee that Columbia City was just able to field, pick up, and throw over to first base. And then the other 6 outs came from strikeouts. 2 of those from Emma Hiss and the rest from Bethany Hazelby, who just both had, you know, amazing games pitching out on the field there.
Definitely.
And Bethany Hazelby only allowing 2 hits in 4 innings, just outstanding pitching, outstanding. And then taking a look at Columbia City's batting side, 3 home runs tonight, one by Bethany Hazelby, who also had an amazing night pitching, one by Haley Webb, who caught for Bethany Hazelby, and I believe even caught for Emma Hiss for that final inning too. But just, you know, dynamic duo out there, both being able to hit home runs and both pitching and catching very well. And then the third home run came from Hannah Maggard, the second baseman, who also had herself a game tonight, picking up a couple of ground balls and throwing them over to first. Just, you know, outstanding play by your Lady Eagles. I mean,
Wonderful.
Softball couldn't get much better than that. It was just, they came out and played their hearts out and were able to dominate in this game.
Definitely. Yeah, just to be able to watch them work as a team was phenomenal, and to see everything be put together so nicely was awesome to see too. So we are definitely super excited to carry on the season with the Lady Eagles and just see what more they can accomplish as the season progresses. With it being so early on in the season and seeing such wonderful playing from them, it's definitely showing us that we are in for quite the treat throughout the rest of the season. So I am Emma Ulrey, here with
Zaid McKenzie, who would like to thank everybody at the broadcast station, Jonathan Peters, Jaden Jones, Lexi Harker, Zeke Urudia, Emma Ulrey, and anybody that I may have not mentioned but still helped out tonight. They did an awesome job keeping us on and persevering throughout the problems we've had tonight.
Absolutely. Yep. So final score for your Lady Eagles, 15-0. Thank you everyone and have a good night.